Ghosts keep telling me to sleep. I just remembered something that happened back in 2015. It has been a good couple of years now, but I still remember it clearly to this day. Anyway, it was the eve of my birthday at the time. The rest of my family were on their respective businesses, and they would not be coming home until that weekend. It was a weekday. My best friend came over and brought me some sweets and a new video game to try out, which I played until late in the evening, long after she'd left, and let me borrow the game until it was my turn to come over. I was in the dark upstairs living room alone, playing my game, when I suddenly heard coughing from downstairs. It kind of broke the focus I was in while playing, and it made me realize just how late it had gotten. The coughing continued, and soon I realized it sounded a lot like my grandpa. His room was on that same floor, after all. I was neither scared nor sad. In fact, I chuckled and whispered, "Yeah, I'm going to bed soon," and the coughing stopped. I could have easily ruled it as one of our neighbors, but that would have to be one loud neighbor for me to hear inside my house, since the next houses were one lot away from ours. Plus, we don't have a neighbor who coughs like a frail old man. I've never heard it ever since. My grandfather died of lung cancer just a few months prior. That wasn't my only experience with something weird in the house telling me off when I stay up late. During that time after Grandpa passed and I still wasn't employed, I tended to stay up late in my room fooling around on my computer, chatting with friends, watching animated series, etc. At around 2 in the morning, there will always be something tapping on my glass window. At those times, my windows would be open, and I'd be free to stick my head out a little to see who's knocking, and no one is there. My room is on the second floor of the house, and I'd know if it was a bird since I would easily see it. My lights are always on and the glass is very clear. It came to a point where it would freak me out and I'd yell, "Okay, shut up, I'm going to bed," more annoyed than scared. And I might have cussed at whatever it was too, since I remember reading somewhere that cussing at entities could make them stop doing what they were doing. I've never heard the knocking since, and at the back of my mind, I was hoping it wasn't my grandpa's spirit that I had just cussed at. A few months ago, there was that same tapping again, but it was softer. I simply told whatever it was to leave me alone and I'll sleep when I'm done working. I was working from home during the pandemic. And as usual, it stopped, and it never bothered me since. Maybe I shouldn't sleep that late after all. Thanks for reading. Hope everyone's well.